Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video, we had work on this discover image API integration along with the paginations. Okay, and so for what we had completed this generate image functionality. We had also covered this completely this discover image functionality along with the pagination. This all the button is working, like download image is also working, share image is also working, copy image, and the only one functionality which is not working, that is called like image functionality, which we have to work on. All right, so for that, what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna work on this video that is called like image functionality. Okay, so for that, what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna start working on this like image functionality, which is gonna be a really straightforward one. So what is the logic gonna be look like? So whenever user hit on this button, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna create one state. That state will be what? That state will be like a global state where we're gonna store the values, and we're gonna update that as well. And also we're gonna store that value inside the async storage. So do we have async storage or not? Let me check that. Okay, so we don't have async storage, so we're gonna also install that package as well. But yeah, let's get started and let's do this stuff. So for that, first of all, I'm gonna create one directory called contacts. Inside this context, I'm going to create another context that is called like image contacts.js, and here we're going to write the logic for the like image. I know it's going to be like bit challenging or bit hard to understand, but don't just give some time to end of the tutorial. You will understand that how does use context hooks works, and you will exactly understand this how easy to implement this functionality. So first of all, I'm gonna create one stuff that is called const contacts. So I'm going to write const like images contacts, my bad, is equal to use contacts like this, and by default I'm going to passing as a null value. That's all. And the next thing which we're going to work in, that is called provider const like image provider like images provider like this. And here we're gonna get the children like this, my bad, children. And after that, we're gonna have a arrow function, and we're gonna have liked images, set liked images, and we're gonna have a user state. Okay, and by default the like image is gonna be an empty array. Okay, here what we're gonna do, we are making a all the function state to the global, that we can get the datas anywhere. That's all. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna create a three function. The first function, which is gonna will be which is gonna be basically like the image. So we're gonna that toggle like image function, which will be responsible to like the image. So we get the image from the user, const image from the user. And here what we're gonna do, we're gonna write let image. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna do one thing, guys. We're gonna use async storage. So let's install the async storage quickly. To install the async storage, what we have to do, we have to write npm I async storage. Okay, and let's go to the website or any things. After that, let's copy this command. Okay, and now let's open the terminal and let's stop the app. And here we're gonna install this package quickly. My bad, I make a typo, and hit enter. So it will install this package quickly. So it is installing the package. So here let's start implementing the functionality. So whenever user click on any image, so what is gonna do, guys, it will trigger this function called toggle like images. Okay, so here we're gonna have a call let images is equal to what, await, and we're gonna get the images from the local storage, like async storage dot get item like this, and we're gonna call this liked images. Okay, so we are getting the images from the async storage, the name is okay. Now after this, what we're gonna do, we're gonna write images is equal to images. If there is images, then what we're gonna pass that image, json dot pass images, just like this. All right, now after that, we're gonna check that const image exist. Okay, we're gonna check that does image exist already or not. This image which user is hitting it up, does this image already exist or not. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna write images dot, okay, images dot sum, because we you know it's an what do you call it, images is an array, right? So we're gonna applying a images dot sum, and here we can call this we can call this liked images. Let's update this variable name, and liked images we are passing it, and liked images, and instead of having image, so we're gonna call this what image, we're gonna call this image gen image kind of, because we are getting the object, right? So like the image dot sum, after that we are gonna check that if this item, we're gonna check that if item exists, if item dot underscore id, okay, is equal to, if already exists, generate image dot underscore id, it means that image already exists. Okay, so let me summarize it again. So what we are doing here, guys, we are doing a logic check. So first we are getting the image from the local storage, async storage, and after that we are passing that image, and after that we are checking that const image exists, does image exist, images dot liked images dot sum item dot underscore id, and gen image dot underscore id. If images exist, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna write if block image exists, and inside this block we're gonna check that if images already exist, then we're gonna write like this, we're gonna filter that. So it's gonna be really forward, liked images is equal to liked images dot filter, and what the filter gonna be like, item dot image url is not equal to the, we're gonna have it like this, item dot underscore id is not equal to the gen image dot underscore id. That's all. Okay, that's a really straightforward. So we get the updated images. Else if images doesn't exist, like it's a new images, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna add images, liked images. Inside this liked images, we're gonna push this image, liked images dot push. Okay, my push, what we're gonna push, we're gonna push this new generated images. Okay, and that's a really straightforward one, and we're gonna tell that if already image exists, so we're gonna show a toast message, toast and white dot show, we're gonna show that image disliked, image removed successfully, and we're gonna show for a sort time, toast and white dot sort. Okay, and we're gonna, if the user liked this image, so image liked successfully, and we're gonna show a toast message. That's all. Okay, now after this we get the images, so we're gonna update this, this state. So what we're gonna do, like we're gonna copy this set like the state, so set like state will be what, this one images, liked images. That's all. Okay, now once we done with this stuff, what is the next stuff which we have to do? What is the next stuff? And the next stuff is that you have to also update to the async storage. Okay, so we're gonna have await, and we're gonna use async storage dot set item, and here we have to update with this name like images. So let's add it, and the next thing which we have to do, that update this image json dot stringify. We're gonna use the stringify method, and we're gonna pass this liked images. That's all. Okay, which is a really straightforward one, bro. Exactly. Okay, so after this, what is the next thing which we have to do? So let's toggle this function. Okay, and after that we're gonna write like this, const value is equal to, and we're gonna have a liked images toggle like images. These are the two functions which we're gonna return. These are the two states. After that we're gonna return this funds, like context. So as you can see that we had created this context, like image context. So let's wrap it inside this like image context dot provider. Okay, and here we're gonna return our children. Okay, inside this provider we're gonna pass this value, the value which we had created recently, this value object. This is the value object which we have to return it. Okay, So now let me summarize all this stuff quickly to make it simpler for you guys. So first we had installed this async storage. After that we had created this like image context. So we're gonna export this like image context because we're gonna reuse this. You're gonna use this. Also we're gonna export this provider as well. Export const like image provider. Export like const like image provider, and we get the liked images, and we're gonna have a function called toggle like images. So first we get the item like images, and after that we are passing that from the async storage. And if already image exists, okay, and if already image exists, so we're gonna pass this. Else if image doesn't exist, so we're gonna define we're gonna we're gonna pass as a empty array. And after that we're checking that does bro this image already exists, then just remove it, else you have to add it. A really straightforward one. Okay, now the next thing which we have to do, the next thing, so we're gonna have a use effect hook which is responsible whenever the component load, which is gonna call this function quickly, and we're gonna pass a empty dependency array. And here we're gonna pass one function called const load liked images. Okay, and it's gonna be async function. Okay, just like this. And the next thing which we're gonna do, we're gonna get the lit images is equal to what, await async storage dot get item, and inside this we're gonna pass this get liked images. So what we are doing here, so we are getting this images. After that we are getting the images, and after that once if these images exist, then we are passing this json.parse, and we are passing this like this. We are passing this images, and after that once we get that, we are just updating to the this state set like images state. Okay, and let's update it here like this. Crazy. All right, now the next thing which we're gonna do, so for what, so whenever we are updating this state as well, so whenever the user load, so if there is already images exist, so we are fetching that data and just updating to here. Okay, so I think this is really straightforward one. I don't think it's a confusing thing, but still let me summarize this again once more. First we had created one context called like image context. After that we had created one provider like that is called like image provider. There we had defined one state like image set like image. We are also having a use effect which is triggering a function called load like image. So whenever users comes on the like screen, so we are setting this state to the this to this provide to this state like bro get the data from the async storage and set to this state to render on this screen. After that we are like whenever user click on any image, so we are toggling this liked image and so on. Okay, and we are returning this like image and this function. Okay, and which will like take a one gen image. Okay, and yeah, so what we're gonna do next, the next thing which we're gonna do, that we're gonna wrap it to the our app component. So what we're gonna do, so let's go to the app.tsx, and inside this app.tsx we have to wrap this like image provider. Okay, so for that what we're gonna do, here we have to write like image provide, my bad, again let me try, like image provider. So we have to import it and we have to write like this, and here we have to wrap our navigation container just like this. Okay, so we are wrapping it up. Okay, and now let's reload the app. Let me reload the app quickly, and you can see that we are getting some error from there. So let's go to the like image provider, and on this line, okay, my bad, so I added a question mark, it will be a colon, so that was causing the typo. And let's reload it again, and expected token comma, again I make some bullshit mistake. Okay, now it's working perfectly I think. Okay, like image provider of undefined underscore context. Okay, there's some causing an issue, so we are having a use context hook. Okay, so let me see again what a mistake exactly am I doing. So you can read properties of context. Okay, so we are having a like image context, we are getting the children. Okay, export cost like image provider, we are exporting it, we are having a liked image. After that we are calling a load like image function, and we are getting this await, passing these images and setting it up, and we are having this function const toggle like image. We are having a like image context dot provider, and like image dot like image context, and inside this context we are adding a dot provider. And oh, I got it, I got it. So here I make a mistake. Instead of having a like image context, the mistake which I was doing, instead of using a use context, it should be create context, because we are creating a context, we are not using it right now. Exactly, you got it guys. What is the mistake? So I was make a typo here, it should be a create context. So I'm really sorry, I make a mistake. But yeah, let me summarize it again guys. So I make a first const like image context, and after that we had make a provider. Inside this provider we are just returning a context along with the provider. That's all. Okay, now let me summarize this again. So first we had created const like image context, create context. By default it's a null value. After that we had defined a like image provider, which we are wrapping it to our root app component, so we get the children. We are having some state like image. After that, whenever the user load, so we are triggering a function, getting the data and updating to this state. After that we are having a function toggle like image, so whenever user hit on any image, so we are just doing a toggling stuff. Like if image already, we are getting the data from images, async storage. Okay, and after that we are passing that image. If image already exists, so we are just filtering it out and removing that, and if image doesn't exist, then we are just adding it. Okay, and which is really straightforward one. Cool. Now let's go to the image card component and let's start implementing this, using these features. So for that, let me close all the file. So let's go to the screens, and inside the discover screen we are having image card component. So let's go to the image card component, and inside this image card component, okay, why my app is get hanged guys? Okay, let me again click. Okay, I think it's get hanged, but yeah, meanwhile let me again open it, reload this app. So yeah, so we're gonna use it here, right? So let's go to the image card component, and here we're gonna write the logic to achieve this stuff. So what we're gonna do guys, first we read the data from the image. First we get the images like this. First we use a hook that is called, okay, so first we're gonna do one thing that is called use context hook, and inside this we're gonna pass our provider like image context. Okay, we pass the context, and as you know that in the context what we are returning here, if you see this in this context, we are returning this to state. So copy this state. Okay, let's go here, and here we get the data. So if we console this log like the image, so let me console it, console.log, to show you guys what exactly we are getting here, liked images. Okay, so I just console this like images, and let's reload this app. So I just click on reload, our app get reload, and let's go to the discover screen. And if you see that, why click is not clicking, sit man. Okay, so meanwhile it's my app get hanged. Let's close this all sit, and let's press on A again. So yeah, meanwhile like you will get an empty array for now, let's assume that. And after this, once we get that, so what we gonna do, we gonna work on this hot functionality. So if images already okay, so we gonna toggle like image. So whenever user click on hot, so let's go to the hot icon. Where is that hot icon? Download gov. Okay, so here we're gonna have on press function, on press handle like image, copy this function, let's go up. Okay, const handle like image. Here what we're gonna do, here we just call this toggle like image functionality, the function which we had imported from the use context. As you can see that we had imported this toggle like image functionality, and here we're gonna just pass this, we're gonna just pass the item just like this. Okay, so what is gonna do, it will just like the images. Okay, which is gonna be a really straightforward thing. After that, the next thing which we have to do, if images already exist, okay, let's do one thing. So we went to the discovery screen, the API call is happening, bit slower. Okay, now let's click on this hot icon. You can see the image liked successfully, but this hot icon is not highlighted, right? So for to highlight this hot icon, what we have to do next, which is also a really straightforward thing. So if it's like, is it like, we're gonna have a one state called is liked. Okay, So for that we're gonna write like this, const is liked. What we're gonna do, we're gonna have a one state like images dot sum, which is gonna return a one boolean value, and liked image, my bad, sum, and we're gonna like image, and which is gonna do that one stuff that is called if like image dot underscore id is equal to what, item dot underscore id. It means that image already exists. So if already exists, so what you have to do, you have to make it, if it's like, if it's is liked is true, then you have to show a kind of heart icon of a filled heart icon. Let me show you heart icon like this. Okay, so let me show you. So if you see this, you can see that this heart icon is fulfilled. Crazy enough. All right, so also there's one more thing. If it's like it's true, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make it a kind of which color, a different color, or maybe red color. So we're gonna update the color as well, and the red color will be looks like hashtag double f and 000. Let's try with the 000. My bad. Oh my god, what is crazy am I doing? If it's like this true, then we're gonna update this 000, and let's check it out what color looks like exactly. If it's like this true, then we're gonna render this hash triple f, and let me reload it once more, and let's check it out how the color looks like right now. Click on this discover image, and now you can see it's looking black screen, which is looking ugly to me. And let's try with a different color code, maybe red one, and let me copy this color code and paste it here. Okay, now I think this red, you guys can change this color code, that's totally up to you. I generally, okay, now if I click on this again image, so you can see the image is successfully removed. How crazy this functionality is. So now I'm gonna just like some images, which is gonna be looking great to me. I think this one, Korean woman, I just like this image. Okay, and the next image, this one. Okay, so you can see that our down like image also functionality is also working greatly, which is like a really straightforward things, right? So let me summarize this again. So we go to the image card component, and here what we are doing here, guys, here we had used the use context hooks. After that we had passed the like image context. Here we are getting the like images and toggle like images. Okay, and after that we had created one state that is called is liked images, is liked, and we are checking that if inside the like images this item already exists, so you have to make its liked variable as a true. So if I click on this liked, so you can see that it's become red, and we are getting the toast image like successful. And if it's like is true, then what we are doing here, we are checking that if it's like is true, then so that this heart fillet icon, otherwise this heart outline icon, and also the color will be this and this color. That's a really straightforward thing. And also the next thing, if user click on handle like image, so we are calling this function called handle like image, and inside this we are calling a toggle like image, which is coming from the use context hooks, and here we are passing the item, which is I think straightforward things. Now the next thing which we're gonna work on, that is called liked image screen, which is like a very quick thing. So let's do that. So let's go to the like screen, and here what we have to do, I think it's a quick thing, like quick straightforward thing. So what we have to do, you have to write use context, and inside this context you have to write what, liked image context like this, and here you get the liked images. Okay, let's go to the context quickly. I went to the context, and here you can get the like image. What we are returning here, yeah, liked image. Let's go back, and we get the images, and let's get rid of data, and here we are going to pass this liked image. And what else, let's go to the here, and we are getting that data dot length. It should be a liked image dot length. And let's go to this screen. Oh, crazy guys, finally we had achieved this functionality as well, which is a really insane thing. What do you think, guys? How it's looking great to you? Let me know. And now let's generate one image. Generate and happy person image after coding. Okay, so let's generate an image quickly, guys, and let's check it out and let's feel exactly how I'm feeling right now. And exactly, not I'm a man, so exactly this is how I'm feeling right now after this completing this whole feature. Like as you can see that. Okay, let's go through the here, and yeah, let's click on this like image light, and let's, okay, we are not getting any, okay, we are getting this data, awesome, we are getting the bottom. Okay, and now you can see that almost we are getting something data. So let me remove this girl from here. Okay, you can see that the girl has been removed from there, right? This is crazy, guys. So let me summarize this whole stuff quickly, whatever we had done, and let me know, guys, if you have any questions. You can connect with me on Topmate, Calendly, and anywhere, like just let me know. But yeah, let me summarize this whole stuff quickly. So inside this app.tsx, first we wrap the like image provider. So inside this context directory, we had created one context like image. First we had created one state variable that is called context like image context, and inside this we are having a create context, and we are having a null, by default a null value. After that we had created one provider that is called like image provider, where we're getting the children, and once we get the children we are returning these children as well. And inside this like image context dot provider we are passing some values. Okay, the values are above. So first we add created some logic here. So like const like image, first state, like by default it will be an empty array. Whenever the user open the application, we are triggering a load like image. We are asking that we are making API, like we are getting the data from Async storage. After that we are passing that and updating to the set like image. After that we have created one function that is called toggle like image, which is responsible for toggling the images. So like image await async storage.get item, we get the image. After that we are checking that the image, the user which is image is requesting on from here, does image already exist or not, by using the sum method, which is returning a boolean value. Item.id is equal to then image.id. After that, if image already exists, then you have to just remove it. Okay, and if image doesn't exist, then you have to add it here. And we are showing a toast message regarding that, and updating set like image, also updating the async storage, which is really straightforward thing. And we are returning this to status, which is responsible for application. After that we went to the image card component. Here first we use context, and we get the we pass the like image context. We get this to test do variables. After that, once we get these variables, we are checking that is like we maintaining is like listed. If this inside this like image, if this item already exists, then make it true. And also a really straightforward thing, whenever user click on it, we are calling this function toggle like image. That's a crazy thing, guys, and which is a really straightforward thing. So let me push this code. Done. App functionality is done. And yeah, we can do much more stuff. Like here we can also work on this adding this place screen icon, app icon, and publishing on the Play Store, which we can do it later. But yeah, that's all in this course, guys. And finally you guys had achieved that query, and there could be homework from my side that you guys can explore the tiny stack query. How do you use it and why should you use it? And also, to support me, guys, please visit zerodegreecoder.in and subscribe and purchase any course. And please support me, guys, as you can do UPI or anything to me. And let me know, guys, if you have any question. You can book a Calendly with me or book one-on-one with me, and let's connect and let's discuss your order doubts. So yeah, that's all in this course, guys. And let me know anything. If you need any bug, any things, just let me know. Or if you have any, guys, any projects, just let me know. Would love to work collaborate with you and work on that problem solving. So yeah, thank you. Bye bye. That's all. Congratulations on completing your course. Thank you. Bye.